About to explain what it is in a second. And as far as the term placemaking, placemaking is simply the term used for making places that are community oriented. So that's a very simple term. So this is the big question is why this crowdsourced placemaking. And I'll explain again what it is. But the reason why we have crowdsourced placemaking is on the far right. This is Bristol, Connecticut, and I think Hempstead might be a very similar chart. But it shows all the money leaving the community. And you can see at the far left, it goes very high. It's a spectrum of all the money, of all the people in Bristol and how much money is being spent. On the far left, you have the people...
You might have to shift a little. Just shift your body.
Oh, for you.
Yes.
On the far left, you would have people who say want to own 3 cars, shop at all the national chains, don't spend any money on local businesses. They just maybe prefer the nationals and sort of importing. And then as you move further right, you got people say who maybe own 1 car, eat at local places, so less of their money leaves the economy. And so the further right you go, the more the positive it is for your local economy. The thing is, in Bristol, they don't have any local businesses to shop at, and everything you have to drive everywhere. So basically, you don't have a choice but just have most of your money being spent to leave the economy. That's why that red, I always say, is pretty high. On the next one over, Bristol 2020, based on current trends, there was a lack of, there were 3 things there was a lack of. There was a lack of car dealerships, there was a lack of gas stations, and there was a lack of restaurants. And so, based on typical trends, Utah has more gas stations run by Exxon, more car dealerships moving in, and probably more McDonald's and more Dunkin' Donuts, and there already was. And even more money would be leaving the economy. Well, what the purpose of crowdsourced placemaking is that we want the dollars to stay here. We want local businesses to thrive. We want people to walk more, drive less, because that's less money leaving the local economy, staying here. And what happens is, on the bottom chart, is you get more people who say, for instance, why I don't own a car, I walk everywhere, I take mass transit, I shop at only local places. As much as my money is leaving, almost all of my money is staying in the local economy. So therefore, as you go to the right, on the far right with that red, less money leaving, those are the people who don't spend any money, whether it's leaving the economy. And all that green is basically new money that's coming into the local economy. So a question, Jack? Oh.
I just want you to say.
All right. Where should I stand?
I
don't want to stand behind this thing. I don't want to stand behind this thing. Okay.
And I think it could be noted, I mean, our early studies have demonstrated this is a reality. I mean, it's early, but between $60 and $100 million every year that should be spent in the village of Hempstead is spent elsewhere. Is it Roosevelt Field or Garden City or Rockville Center? It's somewhere, but because there's not a diverse enough base of local businesses, and partially because there's not the place that's going to support those businesses to thrive, you're going to spend those elsewhere. It becomes an economic spiral the wrong way. So the idea is, how do we foster those types of businesses? The one that you want to see in the downtown. How can we make them flourish? How can we provide the residential options so that they do work? That way, those $100 million are going to stay in town, and now you have a spiral going the other way. So that's what we demonstrated up in Bristol. Again, some similarities, some difference. It's the opportunity you have, one opportunity here in the village.
Anybody have a 10 laser pointer on it? So on the bottom graph, so if you stay, well, I'm not getting my car. I have 3 cars.